But as we roll into it, right? You know, I see people down there talking about give our final grades. What's the final grades, right? As far as, the Raiders draft class.
Yeah.
So I want to put it on you, and we'll do, both of us. But what's the final draft grade for the Raiders draft class, if you will?
It's a great question, man. That's a great question. I haven't actually even given us a grade, to be honest, but if I had to give us a grade on the spot based off of what I've seen, I would give us a B plus. B plus. Shout out to Terry. B plus.
Okay.
I would give.
I agree. I mean, me personally, that's where I was going. I was going to put a B plus, right? But I would definitely need you elaborate. Why would you give us a B plus?
Well, to be honest, when you take your emotion out, when you take your feelings out of, what you wanted, what you thought was best for the team, the reality is that nobody knows better than the people in that building, right? And the people that are around them. So, the fact that they got arguably the second greatest player in the draft, on top of a bunch of positions of need, along with talent with those picks of need. It's the first time in a long time we've actually had a logical draft that made a lot of sense.
Right.
And hindsight, it's a lot easier to say what I'm saying, but absolutely, I'm happy with our picks. 100%.
And I'm right there with you, right? Like B plus. Can't fully go to an A because number one, even though as talented as the first round pick is, wasn't necessarily a need. So okay, whatever. But you follow that up with Jackson Power Johnson, right? A regardless, so cool. But then the Delmar Glaze, we fell off a little bit, right? I was kind of questioning that one.
Yeah,
still questioning a little bit.
Yeah,
I understand why they took him.
Yeah.
But still there are question marks in my mind. So that's where I'm at with that one.
Hey, all time. You saw it on Spicy and Shield last night. All time, number 2 and 6. I mean, number 1 and 6.
Definitely. Right? But I'm a Thayer Munford guy. So regardless, we gonna have to see about that, but we're gonna continue to talk about that.
Yeah, because he would be taking Thayer's spot.
Yeah, he's
I don't think he's going to be ready to start anyway. So Thayer Munford is the guy. I think
said yesterday about solo show, I said swing tackle. I can see Delmar being the swing tackle this year.
Right.
6 man, you know what I mean? That'd be a good role for him year one, honestly.
Right. No, I agree. Totally agree.
But you go from Delmar, iffy. I personally don't really like the 4th round corner. Like, he's cool, but you know what I mean? I'm not really moved by him. I like the size, like the speed, right? He got some things that you can't teach. But, like I said, not really moved. Me personally, I like our 7th round corner more than our 4th round corner. But, that's how I'm looking at it right there. And then also, but then you go with Dylan Laube, right? Dylan Laube, then you go with Tommy Eichenberg. And these picks right here, these bring the grade back up. So, yeah, definitely like B+. Talk about Trey Taylor, too. That's a guy, don't know how he got to the 7th round.
Right, it's insane. Yeah, he should have been picked well before the 7th round.
Yeah, I don't know how he got to the 7th round, but yeah, that's another good pick right there. So I give it a solid B+. For our grade right there. I think it'll be real good. I think Munford will start and all that. And now the only reason that I asked this question, right? And before we get into that, I want to see everybody else's little opinions there. Let me see. Eric says a B. Agree, right? B+ or A-. Not mad at that. If you can go up to an A-, I can see it. I can see somebody going up. SoCal, solid B. Fear, solid B. This is real good, everybody.
I'm mad at it.
A B for us, right? The Raiders.
Yeah, hasn't been that way in a long time.
Turf. A B, right? And most of the nation is probably in agreement, right? Like, if you were to ask probably like most fans, I would say 75% would say it's a B, maybe even more.
It depends. Yep, I would agree.
Maybe even more, right? B or higher. You know what that's what I would say that they would say right there. George, man, I appreciate that. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
E, will we have a fullback this year? I want to answer this question real quick. I don't think so. No. I think Brock Bowers is going to be your fullback.
Yeah. Or, man, I could totally see him lining up in the backfield, going in motion and hitting the edge. All that.
Man, I mean, realistically, the kid can block, right? So
100%.
We like, shit, send his big ass to the edge, bro, and then just the threat, right? You're going to be like, okay, he's coming to block, but we know he can run routes. So just imagine Brock Bowers in that offset in the backfield.
Right.
Like, that's going to be nasty.
It is. It's going to be sick.
It's going to be nasty, bro. But seeing a lot of B's, man. Seeing a lot of B's here in the chat. Steve says a B+. Rafa says an A. My guy Raiders Rebel, shout out, man, an A. So yeah, soft in the middle, bro. I mean, it was soft in the middle. We talking about, Delmar and Richardson, those guys, it's hit or miss. But the only reason I asked this question because I really want to get